Hi, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about how fasting can improve your brain, the cognitive ability, and how it can develop more neurons, the neuroplasticity and neurogenesis, and the synaptogenesis for increase the long-term memory enhancement as well as short-term memory enhancement. So remember, it is easy to understand, not very complex. So let's begin to understand. Our brain is made up of 60% fat because the neuron contain plasma membrane, and plasma membrane contain even plasma membrane contain lipids and the fat, so as well as mitochondria and other organelle, which that is double membrane organelle, contain lipid. So that is why when you will go into the lipolysis due to the intermittent fasting, so the lipolysis, the lipids will be used for synthesis of the brain cell. The neurons will be increased. In this way, the brain cells will be increased. When the brain cell will be increased, the proliferation and their cognition and cognitive power will be increased. In this way, the synaptogenesis and neuroplasticity will be increased. Neurogenesis will be increased. In this way, the brain will develop more. And when more brain development will lead to more cognitive power and decrease the many disease. Remember, so when you will add the ketogenic diet, so in this way the ketogenic diet, which that will lead to more and more brain protection and the protective ability increase. On the other hand, the brain also prefer ketones when you will go into the intermittent fasting again and again, day by day. So the keto adaptation will lead to prefer more ketones as compared to the sugar, because the ketone is a light molecule, will use the brain to increase the energy and cognitive power more. That is why the brain will be learn more. And on the other hand, the brain is not use glycolysis too much. Why? Because brain when use glycolysis, so the brain will not use too much glycolysis because oxygen consumption should be more. So the ketones will not go in the glycolysis because the glucose breakdown is the glycolysis, but the ketones go directly into the mitochondria, and in this way the acetyl CoA will conversion, and on the other hand it will be produce more ATP, and the beta oxidation will increase the ATP in the brain, will lead to also decrease the fatty deposition in the brain, and the tumor formation will be decreased. On the other hand, the DNA damage will be prepared of the neurons, because neurons will not apoptosis throughout the life. Whenever neuron will be developed, after the development of the neuron it will not go into the apoptosis. That is why the protection is more requirement. So the protection due to the anti-inflammatory behavior like intermittent fasting, ketogenic diet, and less eating will lead to decrease the inflammation due to the immune cells response ability will be decreased, and in this way the immune cell will not function more, and the cytokines will not produce, inflammation will decrease. In this way the brain function more properly. That is the all things regard to the functioning of the brain, and the functioning of the brain is due to the intermittent fasting is very important. You should need to understand more, but in this time we have discussed about how to increase cognitive power due to the intermittent fasting. That is very important to learn in this video. I hope you make sense about that. I am also making the handwritten tutorial. If you like this video, please make sure to check my videos. If you are a biomedical student or expert, you can learn a lot of things from that. But for this time, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.